The demon inside, full horror story, the evil within her scream tore to the quiet night like broken glass. The sound came from the old farmhouse on the edge of town, the one with boarded windows and a flickering porch light that never stayed on for long. Inside, Emily Carter was pinned to her bed, her back arched unnaturally high, her eyes rolled white, her mouth trembling as a deep, growling voice escaped her throat. It wasn't her voice. It was low, hateful, and ancient, like something speaking through her. The priest's hand shook as he held the cross above her. "Tell me your name," he shouted. But Emily only laughed, a horrible, rumbling sound that filled the room. "You already know," the thing inside her whispered. "I've been here longer than you think." The priest's candle went out on its own. The air turned cold, breath showing in the darkness. Her mother cried out, "Please stop. You're hurting her." But the thing inside Emily smiled through her daughter's face and whispered, "No, she's mine now." The lights flickered, the windows shattered, and Emily's scream became inhuman, part roar, part cry, until it suddenly stopped. Silence filled the room. Everyone froze. The priest looked down at the girl, her body limp, her chest still. Then, slowly, her head turned toward him. Her eyes opened again. Pitch black. That was the night everything changed in Klingenberg. Weeks before that moment, Emily Carter had been just a 22-year-old college student. She was kind, soft-spoken, and studying psychology. She lived with her parents, John and Margaret Carter, who adored her. But one night, after class, she fainted near the campus library. Doctors said it was epilepsy. They gave her pills, told her it was nothing to worry about. For a while, the medicine worked. Then came the voices. It started small, whispers at night when she tried to sleep. She thought it was stress, maybe exhaustion. But soon, the voices spoke her name, always from the corner of the room. "Emily." Soft at first, then louder. One night, she woke up to find her bedroom door wide open, though she remembered locking it. She got up, turned on the light, and saw her reflection in the mirror, smiling. Even though she wasn't, she screamed, waking her parents. When they rushed in, the mirror was cracked down the middle, as if something had punched it from the inside. Her father called a doctor again, but the doctor said it was just sleep paralysis, hallucinations caused by stress. Emily tried to believe him, but things got worse. At church, she began trembling whenever the priest walked by with the holy water. Once, during Mass, she screamed and ran out, clutching her head. Her friend said her voice changed that day, by the time the church finally agreed to perform an exorcism. Emily was only a shadow of who she had been. Her body was thin, her voice hoarse, but her strength was terrifying. It took 3 men to hold her down during the first session. She spoke of things no one could have known, secrets about the priest's past, things he had never told anyone. One night, during the 9th session, the lights went out. Only the candle flames flickered across the room. The priest continued his prayer, "In the name of the Father." But before he could finish, Emily's head snapped upward. "He's here," she said slowly. "He's not leaving me this time." The windows shattered, the room went cold, and everyone felt it, a heaviness in the air, pressing down on their chests. The priest dropped his cross. Emily rose from the bed without moving her legs, her eyes fixed on him. "You can't save her," the voice said. "She's already mine." And then the room fell silent, except for the sound of the wind howling through the broken glass. Emily's body dropped to the floor, motionless. The priest stepped closer, whispering her name. Her eyes opened, black as coal. The room went dead quiet after Emily's eyes turned black. The priest froze, gripping his Bible so tightly his knuckles turned white. Her mother was crying, whispering prayers under her breath. Her father stood frozen by the door, unable to move or speak. The candle flames flickered again, then blew out all at once. Darkness swallowed the room. A low growl came from the floor. It didn't sound human. It sounded like something crawling up from deep inside the earth. Slowly, Emily lifted her head. Her lips moved, but the voice that came out wasn't hers. It was deep and echoing, like more than one person was speaking at the same time. "You cannot save her," it said. She opened the door. I walked through. The priest shouted, "In the name of God, I command you to leave this child." But the thing inside her only laughed. A cold wind swept through the house, though all the windows were closed. The cross hanging on the wall began to spin until it fell and snapped in half. Emily stood up without using her hands or feet, her body rising slowly like something was pulling her up by invisible strings. Her mother screamed and rushed forward, but her father caught her. "Don't go near her," he yelled. Emily turned her head toward them. Her mouth stretched into a wide, unnatural smile. "Do you know what she did?" The voice said, deep and cruel. "She begged me to help her. She asked me to take away her pain." Tears ran down Margaret's face. "That's not true," she cried. But the demon just smiled wider. "Then why did she let me in?" it asked. The priest started reading from the Bible again, louder this time, his voice shaking. "By the blood of Christ, I cast you out." Emily screamed and fell to the floor, thrashing, clawing at her skin. Her voice switched between her own and the deep growl, switching faster and faster until both spoke together. "You'll never take me from her. She belongs to me now." And then silence again. Emily's body went limp. Her breathing slowed. For a second, everyone thought it was over. Father Daniel dropped to his knees and whispered a prayer of thanks. Margaret rushed to her daughter's side, cradling her in her arms. But then Emily's hand moved. She opened her eyes, back to normal this time. "Mom," she whispered, "it's gone. I think it's gone." Her mother held her tighter. "It's okay, sweetheart. You're safe now." For a few days, it seemed true. Emily slept. She ate again. She smiled, even laughed. The doctor came to check her and said she was recovering well. "Whatever it was," he said, "it's over now." But Father Daniel wasn't so sure. When he visited her again, he noticed something strange. Every time he tried to pray in her room, his candle would flicker out. He heard whispers when he left. Faint, like someone calling his name. Once, when he turned around quickly, he swore he saw a dark shape standing behind her window. One night, Emily woke up gasping. She said she heard something whispering in her ear, the same voice as before. "You thought you could get rid of me," it said, "but I never left." The next morning, Margaret found scratches on her daughter's arms again, the same marks shaped like fingers. Emily refused to eat, said the food smelled like fire. She spoke less and less. Sometimes she would stare into the corner of the room for hours, whispering to someone who wasn't there. Her father tried to take her to the hospital, but she screamed the moment they reached the door, saying the air burned her skin. They took her home again, too scared to force her. That night, Emily stood in front of the mirror in her room. Her reflection didn't move when she did. It smiled before she did. She reached out and touched the glass, and the reflection touched back first. She stumbled backward, terrified. The mirror cracked from the inside. Just like before, her mother rushed in, asking what happened, but Emily didn't answer. She just pointed at the mirror and said quietly, "He's back." The next few days were worse. Doors slammed. Emily screamed, a long, horrible sound that didn't sound like it came from a human throat. Her mother fell to her knees, sobbing. Her father shouted her name again and again. And then everything stopped. Emily slumped forward. The candles went out. Father Daniel leaned closer, whispering, "Emily?" She didn't move. He touched her wrist, cold as ice. He turned to the parents. "She's gone." Margaret screamed, clutching her daughter's body. John sank to the floor, his face pale with shock. But just as the priest began to pray over her, Emily's eyes opened, blacker than ever before. Her head twisted toward him slowly, unnaturally. "You shouldn't have tried," she whispered in that dark voice. "Now she'll never leave." The house shook violently. Books fell from shelves, and the sound of breaking glass filled the air. And then everything went still. Father Daniel stared in horror at what was left on the floor.